Hello, Stoney fam, and welcome back to another episode of TokeTalks with Tia. So this is now episode number 27, guys. I can't believe we made it this far. We're almost at episode number 30. I can't believe that I've done this many episodes already. So for this episode, guys, sorry, before I get to this, I do want to say sorry again. I haven't posted in the past few days. I haven't been feeling well again, and I just, mentally, I wasn't really feeling up to it. So sorry, guys, but I'm here now. So getting back to what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about what I'm doing for today and kind of just art and shit, because that's kind of something that I've been getting back into again, and I always loved art. Since I was really young, I've always loved painting, I loved drawing. Art class was my favorite class that I'd look forward to as a kid. I mean, not a lot of people loved art class. I mean, a lot of people liked it, but it was something that I was driven to, and a lot of my teachers, even growing up in high school, had told me that they thought that they'd see me going far with that in my life, in a career, taking that as a career path at some point, whether that be like graphic design or whatever. And I honestly, I can still see myself to this day doing something, whether or not it be helping people with cannabis or like I wanted to do tattooing. That's also helping people because, like, for me, getting a tattoo, like the last one I got in Florida, that one is one of the most meaningful tattoos to me, and being able to give somebody a piece of art that they can have forever, that means something to them, that they can show to other people, that just they carry with them within themselves, and they can just hold on to. That's really powerful, and I've always seen it as something like that. It's not just tattoos, it's not just a drawing on your skin. Like, to me, it's a little bit more deep than that, and it doesn't have to necessarily mean like every tattoo you get has to be sentimental, because I have a fucking tattoo of an eyeball on my ankle that I did myself. It's not meaningful whatsoever, but whether or not it means something to you when you choose to get it, it will mean something afterward, because you'll remember that memory of going to get it done, whether or not be a friend or hopefully it'd be a professional, not just some random person with a tattoo gun. Please don't. Or a tattoo machine, rather. Please don't. I did it. I recommend not doing it. I was lucky, and my tattoo didn't turn out ripping out my skin like it did to my ex at the time, because he got a tattoo, and same person, and it was not well done at all. It actually tore off his skin, and he was really sick from it. So be careful, guys. But yeah, I've always been just driven to art, and when I was working at my toxic ass job too, like, I found comfort in drawing while I was at the register, or whenever I had a free moment. Drawing was something that really helped me, and I've been using that since then, and even prior. I've just always used drawing as a form of release, and it helps with stress, and it just smoking a little bit of, cannabis and drawing is my perfect combination of relaxation, kind of. And that rhymed. I didn't mean it to. But sometimes I get into these really lows, and I don't feel like doing anything, and drawing was not one of the top priorities for me. I haven't really picked up a pen and paper in months, until about a week or two ago. I started drawing again. I'm sorry, a couple weeks ago. I started drawing again, and then a week or two ago I got another sketch pad, and a bigger one, and I've been drawing and using more colors, because I usually don't color. I just do black and white pen art, but I've been practicing other methods, and it's just really fun. I like painting now too. I'm not so good at like arts and crafts. I'm terrible at making jewelry, stuff like that. I'm not good at it. Nails, forget about it. Like, speaking of that, when I said that I want to talk about what I'm doing today, well, it also has to do with art. I find that these fucking nail technicians, dude, they are also artists. They're not just nail people. Like, what they have to do, the designs they do, the processes that they do, like, it's not only are they artists, they got to be like scientists at the same time too, because they have to do things at precisely the exact time. Like, for instance, when you get acrylic nails, they use this like gel stuff that they use. If what they use to bind it, whatever it's called, I forget the exact terminology. It's the stuff to use to bind the acrylics and to use it to make it put together. You have to wipe the brush off at a certain moment. If you don't, it clumps all together. It makes it really hard to form the nails, and if you're not really quick with it, the nails will form really deformed, and you'll have to like file them down and do a lot more work. And I've noticed these nail techs, they can just do them boom, boom, boom really quick. And yeah, I know that they've had years of practice, and, they went to school, and this is like a profession, not like it is a profession for them. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I use the wrong term of phrases. I get so quick to want to get my thought out, and my ADHD, sometimes I don't use the right wording. So That's why I correct myself a lot, guys. Sorry if it's annoying. Or try to correct myself. Sometimes I don't catch myself all the time. But yeah, like I said before in my other episode, I forget when I've mentioned it, but I have. My nail guy, he's amazing. I've been going to him for years. I'm going to see him later today. I'm super excited. I wanted to go earlier today. I'd stop by, but they were busy and he wasn't there. So I'm going tonight in about like an hour or so. I got to go down and get my nails done. I'm super excited. I haven't decided exactly what style to do or design. I mean, I always do a coffin shape. It's kind of just the same shape I've done. And it's kind of just, it's in style. I've always stayed with what's in style too. Like, it's just not even on purpose. It's just something that I've been driven, like I like it better. The only phase I didn't really stick to or like was the stiletto phase. I never really liked the pointy nails. I did do them. I will admit I was a part of it, but it quickly phased out. I didn't like it very long after, especially after I poked myself in the eye. That hurts. That shit hurts, guys. But yeah, I'm about to get stoned, go get my nails done. I'm super excited. And I also love, it's really fun watching them do it. I love watching him do his work, you know. My favorite part, obviously, is the painting. That's really cool. But I really do like also when they're forming the nails and refilling them. It's really fun to watch them put the gel on and stuff. And he always has like a, you know, something interesting in the background on the TV or music or something going on. And, you know, we have had good conversations going back and forth too. So it's a very fun environment to be in versus any other nail salon I've been to where it's very like cold and you don't really feel like comfortable and you don't really feel like you're remembered. You're just like a customer, whereas like I feel like I'm kind of almost family because I've been going there for so long. And you know, I have his number. We talk also outside of work, so not too often, but we do catch up sometimes. I'm actually thinking of bringing my dog down for him to meet him because he hasn't met my dog yet or his wife or any of them yet, and I think that they'd like to meet him. I've shown them pictures and he's adorable. My dog's fucking amazing. I love my dog. So I have a funny story to tell you guys in the next episode also. Kind of funny, kind of not, but it does involve my dog. He was part of it. He was there. He was witness. So in the next episode, we'll talk about it. But for this one, I'm going to keep it on a very positive note because I'm feeling positive and I want to talk about this stuff first. So to whoever's listening, if you're not so much of an art fanatic, you're not, you know, super artistic or driven to it, but you are interested and you want to get into it and you smoke or you want to, you know, corroborate the two, I suggest, honestly, smoking really a nice sativa-leaning strain. I wouldn't really go for the indicas just because that makes me more sleepy. Could be different for you, but for me, it makes me too sleepy and almost unmotivated to draw. Sativas are my huge super go-to for that. I'll sit and draw for hours. And honestly, it's practice. Like, I was not to the same caliber as I am now. I had been drawing and practicing for years, and honestly, your style, you'll pick up more things as you go along. It's like anything that you learn. Anything that you learn, you're going to get better at it over time from doing it over and over and over again. You might not be a Picasso, but you will be better than you were when you first started. So I wouldn't get so discouraged if you're not amazingly talented at it on your first go. Some people just have it in them, and I hate saying that because it's not like we all don't have something special to us. You might have something different that I'm lacking in, or vice versa. We all have our special quirks, but some of us are just better at it than others. But I can't even say really better because everybody's version and form of art and idea of it is different, and everything can really be considered art in a way. So I wouldn't just be too discouraged because, you know, if your art's not getting as much popularity as somebody else's or whatever. I would just say keep doing it. If you like doing it and it makes you happy, do it. It's not hurting anybody. Why the hell not? I actually was discouraged for a long time. I never thought that my art was really good, so I wouldn't show anybody. And when I started showing people, I actually started feeling better about myself because I was getting positive feedback for it that I wasn't expecting. And people actually were really interested in my art to the point that I was getting offers on people wanting to buy my art, tattoo commissions, you name it. I've done tattoos. I can't say tattoos. I said I've done a tattoo. I completely stumbled on my words, guys. I do that at least once in every episode. I try not to. I try to pause it and catch myself, but I fucked up. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I've done one singular tattoo. Touching up my other one friend's tattoo doesn't even count. That's why I said tattoos, but I meant to say tattoo. Corrected myself again. But yeah, it gives me anxiety, though, giving somebody a tattoo. I'm not going to lie, because that's forever, and I don't want to fuck up somebody's skin. Also, because there's, you can't just willy-nilly go at somebody's skin with a tattoo gun. You gotta really know about the depth perception, like all that stuff. Like, you don't want to just jab it in and cause, ink poisoning or other shit, or infections if you're not careful and you're not cleaning, your equipment or whatever. Just be careful what you're doing. Because I know how easy it is just to buy this stuff. Because I easily got it on the internet. It's super easy to buy. But just don't pick up that type. Don't go for that method. If you want to get into tattooing, do it the right way. Don't do that. Because I did it and it was stupid. I went right for it the first time I tattooed myself, which is including that ugly, awful one that I mentioned before about the one on my ankle with the eyeball. It looks terrible. I had done 3 tattoos in one night. And I just went hard. I didn't trace or I didn't practice at all. I just went right for it on my skin. I think the only practice I did, I guess, because I did do a little bit, was messing around with the levels on how high it would go and stuff like that. But, and I did use a piece of fruit, and I marked, I did the date that I did on my fingers. I wrote it at least, I think it was twice on the fruit, and then I went right for it. So I guess I lied. I did practice that, but for the eyeball, I didn't practice, just went right for it. And then I also did a crescent moon on my finger. That didn't come out as well as I hoped. None of the tattoos that I did to myself really came out the best, except for the last one that I've done. That one came out really good. I just need to line it up better. But it's really hard tattooing yourself, guys. It's not as easy as you think it would be. It's a lot harder than just going and getting a tattoo, because you're causing yourself the pain and your body. Like, I don't know how to explain it properly, but for me, it just felt like my brain's just not letting me do it. It's just the instinct in my brain's not the chemicals in there just not letting me cause myself pain. I don't know. Because the pain part of it doesn't even bother me. It's just the fact that my hands were getting numb and I was starting to lose my vision. I was getting dizzy and feeling a little sick. So just be careful, guys. I was really sick, actually, when I got my last tattoo in Miami. I had gotten the tattoo. So the night before, I drank a lot and was not really eating that much when I was down there. I was eating, but not really healthy or enough. And so that day it was really, really fucking hot. It was around like 11 a.m. I think, and it was like 100 degrees out. It was super hot that day. I mean, it's always hot there, but it was really hot that day. And I'm hungover. I lied to them and did not tell them that I had not drank. I lied to them and did not tell them that I had drank. So I told them that I didn't. And I had no alcohol in my system, which was a lie. I did. My ID was actually expired. Funny enough, guys, I brought the wrong ID with me for this trip, and it actually didn't affect me really at all. I didn't get carded really anywhere. They did ask for my ID, but they didn't care that it was expired, and I proceeded to still get my tattoo. So it was a great experience, an amazing place. It was called Empire Ink Studio. It was in South Beach, Miami. They have other locations, mostly in Florida, but amazing place. And it was probably the best. Not probably, it was the best experience I've had going to a tattoo shop. They were very professional. But when I left, I didn't realize how sick I would feel. And I was very disoriented and trying to get myself from the tattoo shop to meet up with my friend who was down a couple blocks away at the beach. It was really hard to get myself over to her because I was really not feeling well. So don't lie to your tattoo artist. If you are not feeling good or you've been drinking or whatever, they advise you not to do something, don't do it. Because I could have gotten really hurt or worse, And not only that, but I caused damage to my tattoo because it gotten so... I didn't tell them that I was going to be walking around in the freaking sun beaming right down on my chest. And I was blocking it with my hand, but my hand can only cover so much of the sun. It really wasn't blocking that much. And it's a little bit faded on parts of it. And I had horrible sunburns all around my skin. So just make sure you take care of yourself, guys. I'm not really the best to talk about this. I'm not one to talk. I don't take the best care of myself. But to fix that, I am going to smoke this bong pack that's right in front of me that I've been waiting to eagerly smoke. So I'm about to choke on that with you guys now. Alright guys, I'm back. That bong pack put me on my ass. For you guys, it's like a split second, but for me, that was like at least 15 minutes of me coughing and drinking my Snapple and trying to calm my shit. But I think this is going to wrap up this podcast, and we're